Whine, Scrappy Kathy here with this month's Off the Board. And as you may have noticed, if you've checked out any of the other videos, this month we're doing a theme that kind of came about in a late night messenger session where we decided we were talking about wine. So someone said, wow, that ought to be our theme next month. So here it is. And as I was going through my Pinterest board looking for something that had to do with wine or something I could be inspired by to do a page about wine, I saw this, and several years ago, we went on a cruise of the Greek Isles, and we were in Mykonos, and we loved it, but we keep hearing that Santorini is amazing, and this was actually from the Planet D, which is a very popular Pinterest page out there with lots and lots of followers. And it listed 25 of the best things to do in Santorini, Greece. And the cover photo is Wine by the Aegean. So who could beat that? All the blues, I'm not sure what this is. These look like little desserts or custards or something. But I did this because I actually wanted to go look at this, because I thought we might do a trip to Mykonos and Santorini at some point, and hope springs eternal. So what I'm doing is I went in and I had a whole slew of photos from Mykonos, but one of my favorite photos was this one. This is a Greek salad and some some feta cheese and crusty bread and beautiful flowers. I think those are geraniums in bloom on the table, a blue bread basket, a blue flower pot, and some blues in some painted items on the other side, and off in the distance, the Aegean. So we ate twice at this restaurant and at the same table, because we just actually couldn't beat the view. We walked around Mykonos, the entire island, all day. We started with breakfast at this restaurant, walked everywhere, had lunch here, walked everywhere on the other side of the island, and then had dinner at a restaurant that you can actually see across the water that was kind of like this. Best memory, I am absolutely certain that that's the best glass of wine I've ever had, because it had all that blue around it. And those were the best tomatoes, and those were the best purple onions, right? So what I have here to evoke this feeling is a bunch of miscellaneous supplies, most from my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit for this month. So let me kind of show you where I thought I might head. I'm somehow going to pull a title out of these little words, and I'll probably spare you the pain and agony of selecting all of the letters, but I think they're there. We'll do the fun part together. I've got this piece of vellum with hearts on it that I think came in a kit or in the Advent calendar box from Christina Sorge, but I'm sure I got that from her. This came in a Mind the Scrap kit, and it has dots, and I'll put it against white so you can see. These are orange, and these are getting into the warm colors. I'm thinking I may cut this and then cut it this way and put it above and below so that I get just the cool colors. So I'm gonna kind of see. I'll reserve judgment on that. I have cut a bunch of circles from the vellum sheet that came in Vicki Boutin's latest collection, Storyteller. And some of them have blues and some of them have this wine color. that I thought might be nice, and I can arrange them kind of like bubbles, though that's not a bubbling line. The Aegean, I'm sure, was bubbling. I picked 3 blue papers, actually 2. These are the reverse side of one another. And I tore this one to kind of go, I thought I would do this kind of right down the middle. And that just kind of gives me those blues and greens that I like. I think I know that I'm going to do that. So I'll go ahead and get that glued down. I've matted the photo with textured paper, white paper. I really want that white contrast with all of these blues because that's kind of what Greece looks like to me. When I picture Greece, I picture the blue sea and the blue sky all around, and so many blue painted accents on the really, really crisp white structures, the churches and the houses, the homes, all the buildings. It's just a striking place, and it's just amazing. So I thought I'd do the background in all blues with just a little white relief there, and I tore that with the intention of it looking like waves kind of in the distance. So I'm not quite sure if that comes through. I'm going to use this, but let me cut this into just the blues. I'll cut those oranges off. And I'm going to, let's see, is that the, yeah, that's the size I want it to be. So I'll do one above and one below I thought I might insert this kind of back behind there so that the dots show on the lighter color. And let me just kind of get that in there. Okay, and this is really beautiful acetate. I forget what collection it came from. It might have been Chamel. Okay, now I want to do this, and I'm just going to put a bit of, okay, is that too far over there? It kind of looks like it is. Peel it up. Get it back. It's possibly right in exactly the same place. But when I do this, yeah, now it looks lined up. Okay, so that's there. And I want to put this here. And I have this is I have a die that cuts this shape. And this was the sample die that was packed, and to me it looked like a cut file, so I thought I'd like to use it on a layout, and I think I'm going to do just that. Just kind of layer it back behind the photo. Not that a bird cage has anything to do with the story or any of the images here. It just, it's kind of that white, the thing I was talking about before, the white structure against the blues. And that to me was just striking. I have this, this is the bottom of some cut apart card or a piece of ephemera from an old Vicki Boutin collection. And it says, it has the places we go, the things we do, the things we see. So the places we go, that's actually kind of the name of the album that I put all my travel photos in. So that seemed appropriate. Okay, let me get this. Like here, there. And there. It occurred to me that with this being due on Wednesday, I normally might not do the page until Thursday. Or excuse me, Tuesday. Well, or Thursday if I'm really behind. But I'm having some eye surgery on Monday, and on Tuesday I may not feel like doing a layout. So now I'm going to start kind of fitting these circles in wherever I think they might want to go. And I'm going to vary sizes and colors. Some of them have sentiments on them. Have to burnish that vellum down. I like this one. It says thankful. I'm not sure thankful is, well, sure, why not? I could do it like that or like that. There we go. Okay. I suppose thankful is an appropriate sentiment for a page like this. The adhesive keeps wanting to stick to the acetate, and I'm not sure I want it exactly where it wants to stick. Okay, so that works there. I've got this little blue palm tree that I thought I'd try to fit in somewhere. I'm intentionally mixing different colors of blue and green and kind of wine sort of colors. It says please send, and it will be upside down if I slide it in here. So maybe I'll slide it in here and hide the word. And I can layer another different size circle in right here, maybe. Yeah, that will work. And it's between the two layers of the mat there. So let me look for a different size. This says beautiful life, and I kind of like the idea of putting that one so that you can read the words. All of the words here are fairly subtle. Oops. Some dried glue there. Let me get my trusty popsicle stick to burnish that in. Okay, there. Now I'm going to, my title is going to be kind of right across here. I'm probably going to get a ruler and have some lines, or I may absolutely not do that. I have no idea. But for the moment, I'm leaving this room. So I've got this, which could go right there. And this, I may put a little liquid glue because I can't get a thin enough strip of the tape. Okay, and I've got this small one with a star, and that one I think I'll do some foam tape. It sticks well, it tends to grab on vellum nicely, and I think I can get a small enough bit that it can hide behind that star. I think I'm going to try to pop up all of the small ones, and I'll kind of have them somewhat on their own. I've got this one that says love, and I could have it coming out here. I have, to get some distinction between this mat, this first white mat, and the second white mat, which are all cut from the same piece of paper, I put some foam in between the two layers of mat, and then I distressed the outside of the larger mat. And all of that was really just to kind of, let's see, with that, let me kind of put that one there. I like that the ledger paper look shows through that vellum, and I may be able to kind of arch that guy around there. Let me get another one of these guys out kind of on its own. And yes, I am gonna put something there. I think I'll do this. Okay, this one, the adhesive actually shows through the sheer side. So I'm going to put it on the gilded side, and we'll see how that works. Again, there's ledger paper there that you can see, and that, I think that represents John calculating how much we were spending every day, because you can be sure he was. Huh, John?
Yeah.
Because that's his job. So this one, the adhesive, the tape kind of shows through there, but it's exactly the size of that number on there, so I think it's okay. I'm going to pop this one up because I had that there, and I'm going to move it this way so that the text is right side up. Of course, you have to read that little tiny text. You have to read the fine print. Okay, is that another piece? I'm going to try to put it behind this gold part there. That, there. And now I've got one more piece, and then we'll start putting some sequins on, and we'll figure out where that palm tree will actually live. It's a silly looking page, I think. I'm not sure what I expected it to look like, but I don't hate it. So I kind of limited myself to these papers and embellishments. Primarily because I am trying to use things that that need to be used, that have been around for a while. And let me see if there's any way I can pop this palm tree up. I don't mind if the trunk of the tree is glued down to the paper, but I would like for the branches okay, should that go there or here? Oh, I've already got some glue. And I'm going to wipe that glue up. It will dry clear. How many times a day do I say that in videos? And I'm very fortunate that that glue does dry clear and matte. And theoretically, you won't be able to see that. And I've had good luck with it on most papers. I will say solid color papers are a little testier than others. So now back to the glue, and I'll try not to let it touch until I've decided where this little guy needs to go. Come on. I think right there is acceptable. Do that. And now I'm going to get my tweezers out and select some of these kind of coppery looking sequins in this mix. This mix is Strawberry Fields, and it's a beautiful mix of colors. But I especially love the coppery looking ones. There are kind of pure metallic copper like this one I'm putting down, and then there are some that are holographic and kind of alternate between copper and sort of a pink color. And it's, to me, when I look at the mix in the packet, they look the color of the wine in my filtered photo. So there you go. That's I match my sequins to the color of the wine. And I put too much glue down. I'm gonna put a few sequins here. And like I said, this is kind of, in my mind, to all of the circles and now the sequins kind of serve to evoke bubbles, also these dots. I'll do a little grouping of them over here. Whoops, that one didn't stick, did it? Okay, not enough glue. So you're getting examples of all the ways you can go wrong. And I know I do sequins kind of primitively. I know there are more sophisticated ways to do sequins, but I haven't had much success other than this way. And generally, it works well for me. This is a little tiny one. And let me see if I can get another one. There are some green ones in here, but I didn't want to go with that. Okay, there we go. Now, I did find words or phrases here. Happiness, a state of well-being and contentment. Joy, the emotion of great delight, a state of happiness or felicity. Always face, okay. To traverse or range over for the purpose of discovery. Wonder, let's go vacation. There we go. This was a nice vacation. Or do we want to go fan the fire in your soul? Paradise, place of extreme beauty, delight, or happiness. Let's, you know, it's too big. And I like fan the fire in your soul. That kind of seems appropriate here. And the adhesive is getting testy on this. It's not peeling up from either side. Usually if it doesn't from one side, it will from the other. Okay, so it's just torn, and I'm gonna go for a strip of foam tape under it anyway. So we'll do that, and I'll set it right across here. And it's white, so it goes along with my white in contrast with the blues. And I think there's plenty of room. The title is going to be Whine, the Aegean, and You and Me, or something like that, or You and Me and Whine by the Aegean. I think I have the letters to make those words, and there will be some, I think all of these letters will work. There are blues and greens and yellows and pinks and this kind of pinkish gold, which will kind of go with the gold on these guys. So I think I'm done. I'll go put the title on, and you'll see that when I post it. And Whine by the Aegean, clearly worth scrapping a photo about. So thanks for watching. Be sure I'll have all of the websites or the listen to me, YouTube channels. I'm trying to do 6 things at once. I'll have all the YouTube channel links of everybody playing along with Off the Board this week or this month. And so be sure and try to hop over and check all of those out. I'm sure there'll be some interesting wine themed, and the wine might be WHINE. So enjoy the hop, and I'll see you next month. Bye.